I'm Kevin Doyle. I'm the former president of the Old Stone Dock Association. But in going around with Bob McCormick, who was the dock master of the Old Stone Dock Association, and we noticed the water fountains that had been in front of the old entrance into the water department. And they were handsome urns, handsome water troughs, but they were in great disrepair. Actually, a lot of credit goes to Ray Jack, who pulled them out from behind the shed in the first place back in 1994, about 20 years before this. And they were just lying on their side, and Ray dug them out, dressed them up, and put them in the entrance to the water plant where it was on Locust Street. It was just about then that Steve Rafferty reported aboard as the water superintendent. So this simple plan that Bob and I had to go and paint these things black, we mentioned to Steve, and Steve really understood what was out there, and he really showed great appreciation for the history behind these 100-year-old watering troughs. So when the time came, he said, hey, I have a plan too, and it'll save you folks from having to come up and paint it. But his plan, which was executed, was to take these and strip them right down. He sent them out to be industrially, commercially repaired, which is just what they deserved. So we're very pleased with what he did, and the Stone Dock Association has strongly approved of everything that's been done, and we have nothing but the highest praise for Steve and his initiative to do this. The significance of the watering troughs to the town of Falmouth back 130 odd years ago is really quite significant. The Falmouth Preservation Alliance, with Barbara Wayand was the chairman, she commissioned with Karen Ronaldo, the Falmouth artist of course, to do these historical series of maps, the heritage maps. And if you look at the one that she did here of the village, you'll see that the watering trough is located very prominently on the village green. And that's where the first one was positioned in 1898. Steve Rafferty did a lot of research to find out the sequence of these things. I was totally unaware of the second one, which was placed several years later in 1903 down by Woods Hole, right where the ferry landing is actually. And that's courtesy of some photos that Don Fish provided, as he always does, with that historical reference to the town. And as you look closely at these troughs, you'll see that the big urn at the top, which the horses would drink from, is very prominent. That's easy to see. But if you look towards the base of it, you'll also see an inner ring. And that was for dogs to drink from. I frankly hadn't noticed that inner ring until Steve pointed them out to me one fine day. And I think as folks come out to take a look at these a little bit closer, it's really an engineering masterpiece, and they're beautiful pieces of art besides.